Welcome to the Messy Medium podcast. I'm your host, the Messy Medium herself, Tara Cecilia. I'm a tea connoisseur, intuitive psychic medium, and a lifestyle and business coach for individuals looking to create their most luxe legacies. I'm here to spill the tea on life, death, legacy, and everything in between. In this podcast, we're not afraid to get a little messy. I'm definitely feeling one of these decks to start with. I just wanted to give this a shuffle. Yeah, I think... Ooh. I picked this up, so I'm going to start with this deck tonight. This is my Earth and Bone deck by Syrian. I can't remember the last name, and I did this last week. I cannot remember this person's last name, but I link it afterwards. It's always linked where the name of it. So if you are interested in this deck, it's a newer deck for me, and I really enjoy it. Of course, then we have Angels and Ancestors deck. This is by Kyle Gray, and then the Secret Language of Light, Denise Jarvie, something like that. So just credit the creators of the decks. All right, I just got the number 6, so we're gonna do 6. That's what's happening here. I'm literally I feel rare form tonight. I don't even know how to describe this feeling that I have. Ooh, and I'm also getting new cards that I've never gotten when I pull with this. Literally brand new cards that I've never gotten. Okay, so I'm feeling validated with my different type of energy thought process here. Okay. I have to sit. I have to absorb what just happened. Okay. I was nervous. TBH, I was kind of nervous when I first, I'm like, oh my god, there's so much energy. I'm like, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Totally a good thing. Totally love this. Love this spread, and I'm just going to start, riffing it here. Just going to start going. And we'll just see, what starts to make sense. But I'm loving the energy here. So the first card is time. Making plans, decisions, leaving comfort, and taking risk. Which is great time. We're on time. We're right on time is the vibe. Then, this is great. I've never gotten this card before. And I pull with this deck all the time. Visionary. Confidence, self-assured, passionate, self-worth, and vivacious. This energy is feeling very much kind of what I talked about last week. Summer, I'm kind of imagining Summer as personified, and she's that girl. She's a visionary. She is out here, confident, self-assured, passionate, self-worth, vivacious. I kind of feel like she's it's time to be all of those things. Be the visionary. And I'm okay, cool. Definitely we're vibing. I'm liking it. I'm pull the next card. It's Fate. Don't think I've ever gotten this card either. Cycles, alignment, decisive moments, opportunistic events. She's it's your fate. It's your fate, okay? And the energy, it just feels that feels like a big, moon that you see, a summer moon, full moon, Kind of we have one coming up in Capricorn on the 3rd. So it just feels like what we would see. It's almost so big, it reminds me of the sun. Very much that girl. And I'm fun, flirt, I'm okay, I'm picking it up, fun, flirty, having a good time, just loving life. And then I got beloved. Love, relationships, reciprocal, I swear this is like proof that I don't know how to read. Reciprocal, whatever. Union, intertwinement. I cannot say this word. Alright, so anyways, you get the point. Beloved, like, it feels very much like romantic relationships, you know, obviously with like someone you want to have a romantic relationship with, but also feels very friendship romance. Like, and just romanticizing the summer. Just romanticizing and having this like wonderful love affair with the summer and like the version of you that you become in the summer. This summer. I love it. But again, she is that girl. She is a visionary. She is that girl. That girl is you. And if you're not a girl, you're they, them, he, you're that girl today. End of story. The next card that came up was faith. Hope, inspiration, cooperation, rejuvenation, admittance, allow. Which is very interesting because one of my like mantras that like I say to myself in like, I do different types of meditation, but one of my favorite processes to do is I allow. I allow. And I felt very called to share that with you all right now because I feel like now is the time to allow yourself to walk into your fate, to, you know, have this love affair with yourself, with the summer, with the season, with your friends, and just have faith. Have faith, and that, like, all of this, all of what I'm describing kind of lines up with the hope, inspiration, cooperation, rejuvenation, admittance, allow yourself to have a good time. Kind of like allow yourself to like go where the wind blows for a change, which I am not a go with the wind blow type of person. I like a plan, but this energy makes me feel comfortable with, you know, maybe going with the flow. I feel like it's very interesting to hear someone like me, like, this is what I'm doing for a living, to be like, I don't like to go with the flow. Oh. But this next card, the Conjurer, higher self, subconscious, influencing creation. All of this that's happening here, this energy that is just popping off for us, it's all curated and created by your higher self. I think that this summer, I feel like the next 3, and then like I feel it going into like those warmer nights in the fall too. Just like this rebirth and like being a time of like profound meaning and leaning on your faith, leaning on your vision. It's time. Type of energy. Let's see what the angels and ancestors have to say. I am just like happy with that poll right there. I could end right now. I'm not going to. But I love this energy. And it's really nice because sometimes I get on here and I feel like the spirits are like really trying to hammer it home. And I'm like, can we have a little bit of fun? Can we have a little bit of fun? I think tonight they're like, everyone enjoyed a good time last week. We'll let them have a good time again tonight. So now I'm nervous about next week. Alright. You know I'm going to pull more. What we were just talking about. Going with the flow. Just kind of go where the wind takes you. You know? Have a good time. Trust the unknown. Sky Father. Also, we're having like massive thunderstorms tonight. Massive thunderstorms in this card. I just feel like confirmation from the sky with this. I want this energy for all of us for sure. I do. 100%. I agree. 100% agree, B. I'm just like, dang, thanks. Like, dance out in the rain. Don't get struck by lightning. But like, dance out in the rain. Like, that just like free type of energy is what it feels like. I'm loving this. A lot of these are kind of similar, reiterating messages here. that we've, received in the past, but that's not uncommon. Because I shuffle all week long these cards, and the same cards keep coming out. It's like, this is what the collective needs to hear. So we got Sky Father. Fabulous. Great. I love this next one. Lady. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. Look at that. It's just so lush and green, and the growth, like, man, growing through that dirt sucked. Man, we got rained on. Man, we got pushed around in the wind. What beautiful fruit has grown. What on this lush tree, in this lush field. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. And I feel like there's like reaping happening in a positive way, not like reaper, but like reaping happening. And people might be like, well, did you try hard enough? Well, did you try this? Like all these other options, like questions about why you're doing what you're doing, how you're doing it. Is this the time to do it? That type of stuff. Mountain. Stand your ground. Making big decisions. And there's going to be a lot of questions. And those questions might be like external, people asking you these questions. And then that voice inside, who, I don't know about you, but the voice inside asks the most intense questions of me. And you know what? Just gotta stand your ground. It's also interesting to me with this mountain card because it, again, goes back to last week when I was like, yeah, I live in like a mountain area. So like we jump off cliffs and into the water and just trusting it. And I feel like this is connecting to that again in trust the unknown and just like have a blast this summer. Because I was talking about in the summertime we jump into these pools of water in the mountains, and it's just feeling like it's kind of again just like this celebratory like energy. And of course we always talk about the duality of like you can be like happy and celebratory in things, but also question and not somber, but not sad, but just like deeper in thoughts. And I feel like those are those darker parts, like those deeper parts of the water. And then there's the lighter parts where we can have fun and play, and like if it feels like that. But ultimately, what I'm getting to here is Guardian Angel, which I'm pretty sure we got last week too. You are not alone. So this is again just, I feel like higher self, because that's what we were talking about earlier in the reading. Higher self, guides, celestials, etc. Coming through, letting you know you are not alone, and these decisions that you are making, the ground that you are standing on and defining as yours, and what needs to be done, what this is the fate, I have faith in it, etc. You're not alone. They're giving you signs, like the feather is like a very common sign for this. You're getting the signs that are unique to you and that you need to know, that validate for you. Hope that made sense. And again, just like always, constantly, even through everything, be the light. You are the light. There is light. Be the light. At this time, when your higher self is coming through, you are being the light. And in this moment of reaping and standing your ground and recognizing that you are not alone, you need to be the light. And I love that this card, there's a lot of like symbolism here, obviously. But what sticks out to me the most is the owl, and it's the knowledge, etc. I feel like this owl is speaking to the reaping of rewards and the knowledge that we've gained here in the experiences that have led us up to this moment, and kind of just sitting and observing and appreciating and absorbing that knowledge on a newer level. And going off of that, I didn't even think about this, is the Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. Which is very interesting to me because the first card in this line is trust the unknown. So really just going back to just trusting yourself. Like we're just like have some fun, do some things you don't know, get lost in the unknown, not like in a negative way, but like in a way of pondering and creativity and cultivation. Trust the unknown, because the inner knowing within you, it's strong, it's there, it's guiding you the whole way through. Ooh, that one popped right out of my hand. Love, love, love this energy. Also, I'm just noticing this now. So, beloved, which was in the first line, love, relationships, I can't say this fucking word, union, intertwinement, I'm giving up on reciprocity or whatever, was on top of you are not alone. So I'm really feeling like, whether it's a romantic relationship or a friendship, like, you are not alone, and you're also your spirit guides, and your higher self is guiding. Sometimes I feel like our higher selves or whatever, they kind of take a seat back, a step back. They gotta let us kind of figure stuff out, but they're just like, definitely for sure, like, here. They want to join the fun this summer. For real. They're like, this is a great time, we're reaping rewards. It's awesome. Okay, let's see. Let's us see. Wow, okay. I'm going to put these over here. Love when the cards are like, okay, here's what you want to hear, but here's what you need to do, which is exactly what's happening here. That's exactly what's happening here. Meditation. I think, without a doubt, every week meditation comes up. Just about every single time. Again, I shuffle these cards all day, every day, constantly throughout the week. So the collective needs to hear it, so it's going to keep being said. There needs to be... So I'm getting. This summer, it's definitely feeling like between 3 and 6 months-ish. But definitely over the next 3 to 5 months, definitely. We're going to have fun in the unknown. We're going to have fun. We're going to let ourselves wonder and wander and breathe deeper than we have in a while and just be creative. But through that, Spirit's still but by the way, we're meditating during this. And meditating doesn't necessarily mean we are doing practices during this period that focus on self-development, that focus on aligning, because manifesting, meditating, aligning, all very holding hands with one another. We are searching, we are opening up doors internally that we may keep shut because we're wandering. We're not necessarily diving deep into everything, but we are allowing ourselves to be curious, is encouraged during this time, is the vibe. Because through this is a necessary expansion. That's what I'm saying, these next couple months are transformative and profound. Because this is a necessary expansion. For me, I'm definitely getting validation on this because it's 4-4 and my lucky number is number 4. So I feel listen, personally and to the collective. And I'm okay, great. No, it's no, seriously, ask your soul. It's the next card. Ask your soul. We need to have soul conversations. Now, I don't know if you're necessarily going to be having them just within yourself. I feel like these soul conversations are going to help happen with other people that you consider soulmates too. And these two cards are very similar. So there's Ask Your Soul, and then the next card is Focus. I love energy. I love spirits. They're like, yes, have a blast, have a great time, but, do your homework.
You're bringing your journal and you're doing your summer journaling while on the beach. We're, gonna do some personal development while doing something else, while laying poolside. That's the vibe. They're like, just, take this time to do some thinking. I love this, next, lineup. I mean, this whole reading is, I'm just like, but this next, lineup. I got You Are the Universe, which was right underneath Be the Light, which is underneath Faith, which I feel like, hope, inspiration, cooperation, rejuvenation, admittance, allow. Allow yourself to be the light. And stop dimming your light. Please, no, we're turning the light up. We're not turning the light down, we're turning the light up. We're illuminating, we're looking, we're seeing. You are the universe. And I think we need to focus on that. You are the universe. What does that mean? You are the universe. It's okay, great. What? With this is a conversation of what kind of reality do you want to create for yourself. And this reading is very much saying to me that the energy of this summer and in this time frame is one where we really mold and decide and make decisions on the universe that we want to live in. Because a lot of times the world we live in, what we see around us immediately and what affects us, etc., it's not one that we necessarily created. It was just kind of all of a sudden we spawn in and we're like, oh, this sucks. Oh, this sucks so bad. And you kind of lose your identity, and we separate ourselves, detachment, and all of that happens. This is very much a reminder of stepping into yourself, and stepping into being present, and stepping into taking control of your life. And the last card here was Whispers, which was under Honor Your Inner Knowing, which was under Conjure, which talks about higher self, subconscious, influencing, and creation. So, Spirit says, have a great time, but think about the world you want to create and what you want to live in. And what energy are we going into for the second half of the year? And what kind of energy are we bringing into the new year? Because it's only 6 months away coming up. And that's not a long time, because look how fast these 6 months went. She's very much like, school's out, but do your summer reading. That's the vibe. Have a great time. Have a summer romance with yourself, with others, with friends, but, make sure you are you're asking your soul, or checking in, I want to pull a little more. I really, really, really do. Although I feel very satisfied with what Spirit had to say here. I'm thinking just 3 more. I say that, and I'm going to pull 3 more from each deck. I feel like there's just a tad more that needs to be said. I'm fine with it. I'm good with it. I like where it's going. I actually freaking love it. Okay, the pack. Inner work. Are you fucking kidding me? Community. Get with your friends, have a good time. It's the summer, we're having a blast. Deep connections. I'm telling you, all sorts of romantic connections, both with friends, with yourself, with a lot, like that is the vibe. Like, we're getting together. I feel like this is like the first summer since like the panorama that we're like coming together. Like, the communities are rebuilding, reforming, like, and it's encouraged. Celebrations and soul tribe. How perfect! How perfect! I love it. I love it. I love that this for the collective, like, so much. The next one was Shadow, which is fabulous, and I feel I just immediately got, like, when the sun casts a really, like, you hide in the shadow, it's like a hot day and stuff. Wholeness and integration, repressed emotions, and mystery. I think that this period here is offering an opportunity to, instead of hide from the our shadow, which gets a bad freaking rap, and the shadow has so much to teach us. I think this is kind of an opportunity to be like, hey, come sit down with me, to your shadow self. And be like, hey, do you want a cool drink by the pool? And merging your shadow self and, like, the self you kind of present, and, like, letting your higher self guide you through that. Because the higher self feels very prominent during this period. And I love the next card that I got, and I feel like she's like, this is it, this is what you needed to hear. It's Sage, or the Sage, or whatever. Harmony, acceptance, calm, serenity, and patience. And we got time, just harmony, calm, serenity. Have patience with yourself and allow yourself to work through these things. Meditate on these things. Because through this merger, I'm just kind of like wrapping it up. I'm feeling it, like, this is it. A necessary expansion is going to take place. It's necessary for the next phase. It's necessary. We can't beat around the bush about it anymore. Like, we can't avoid it. These things need to happen. It's time to ask your soul. It's focusing. Because through this merger, and through this season of reaping, and just, like, accepting things I don't like about myself, you know, not because we want to encourage an energy of not liking oneself, but just being like, you know, I can change so much, I can align, and I can create the universe I want, because you are the universe, and just, like, speaking in what you want to exist in that universe, you know, because we're already getting the whispers. We're already getting the whispers. It's time to honor that inner knowing. It's time to honor your intuition. It's time to honor those signs, symbols, moments that you're like, time to honor it. We're merging with the shadow. You know? We're becoming whole, like a whole new formed version of ourselves over the summer. We're going to have a great time doing it. Dang. Dang, 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 dang. Okay. I'm feeling very good. I feel like the message that needed to come through has come through. I feel a lot better because I got on this live and I was, like, buzzing. I was like, I don't know what's about to come through, but I hope it's good. I don't want to be, like, ominous about anything, which generally I'm not, because nothing is intended that way. But I was like, what's about to happen? So, if this reading resonated with you, I want to say, actually, I have 3 dates left in July. There are not a lot of days left in July if you are looking to have a one-on-one reading with me. Those dates are open for now. I am still in the process of working on getting an in-person situation set up, but that is in the works. So stay tuned for that because I'm very excited about that. If any of this resonated with you and you would like to give me a tip, my tip jar is open. That is in my bio. And yeah, this is great. This was awesome. And I'm so thankful for everybody that tuned in. And cannot wait to hear if this resonates with you and things start to come from this. Do not be afraid to slide into my DMs. Like, the validation helps me so much because I'm just here on the internet talking to myself most of the time. So if any of this came through, was validating for you, or was a message that you need to hear, please let me know. And just have a really great night. And stay safe. Hopefully no one's lights go out because of this crazy weather. Bye everybody. Stay blessed, babes.
Thanks for tuning into the Messy Medium podcast. If you liked today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and follow wherever you're listening from. You can find me, the Messy Medium, on all social media platforms under the handle Tara Cecilia. If you'd like to book an intuitive reading, consult session, or explore my coaching containers, please find the direct link to those services and more in the show notes. Until next time, stay blessed, babes.